You're listening to the One Man Show Network. Welcome to the MMA Fight Picks Podcast with your host, Aaron Weidman.
Hey everyone, Happy New Year. Welcome to the MMA Fight Picks Podcast. I am your host, Aaron Weinbaum, and today I'm just going to preview a little bit of 2021. I think I'm on several platforms right now, at least Twitter and YouTube. So, if you're on there, please feel free to join me, ask some questions, whatever. I'm going to try to get on. Let's see here. No, I can't figure it out. Well, anyway, I'm going to try to share this as many places as you can. So strap on, strap in, whatever. This is going to be a bit of a long one. We're gonna talk quite a bit of stuff here. And I'm going to ask that you all share it. That would be wonderful. I just put a little something into my group. I see I got lots of listeners here. I don't know if my comments are working, but hopefully they are. And you know what? If you're on YouTube, I'm just going to have to ask you to subscribe. All right. Well, let's get to it. Before I get into the fights, I got to mention that we are sponsored by Manscaped.com. Ladies and gentlemen, Happy New Year's from our sponsor, Manscaped. It's the best in men's below-the-waist grooming, offering precision-engineered tools for your family jewels, and is here to help you have clean balls in the new year. Quarantine hair is one thing. Quarantine ball sack, nobody wants that. Come out of quarantine with clean balls thanks to the Lawnmower 3.0. The waterproof and skin-safe trimmer will reduce nicks to your two best friends, lefty and righty. The third-generation trimmer even has a light to shine to the promised land 2021 looks to be. Still have the Lawnmower 2.0? No problem. Do what I did. Pass it down to someone. I passed it down to my eldest son. It's like a rite of passage. Remember also to keep fresh down there. The Crop Preserver is an anti-chafing ball deodorant and moisturizer. You already put deodorant on your armpits. Why not put deodorant on the smelliest part of your body? Fermunda is no joke. From under my sack. And for on-the-go freshness, you'll love the Crop Reviver Ball Toner Spray. I like it. It's like a spritz for your balls. A wake-up call for your nuts, if it will. So get 20% off plus free shipping with the code MMAFP at Manscaped.com. Your balls will thank you. Again, you can get 20% off and free shipping with the code MMAFP at Manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at Manscaped.com. Promo code MMAFP, new year and new balls. All right. Well, we're going to start off here. We are already getting Conor comments here. Thank you, Cade. Says McGregor's comeback is going to be insane. We'll see. I hope so. And I do see I got lots of listeners, and I'm glad to see that my comments are working. And hopefully my buddies at will share this for me. And we'll see. Okay. Enough of that. Enough, because we got a lot to get to. This could be quite a long podcast. I love it, though. If it is, it is. UFC Fight Night Holloway versus Qatar coming up January 16th. So that means we still have over a week. Next week, I'll be back to regular fight picks. But today, I'm previewing what's to come. But if you got a pick, let me know. Feel free. Max Holloway, Kelvin Qatar. Max Holloway hasn't fought anyone since Alexander Volkanovski since 2019. That's December of 2019. Back-to-back losses. Some say he won those fights. Some say he did not. With the judges, the most important thing here is said he did not. His only other loss was Dustin Poirier at lightweight. And I'm going to tell you what I think about that fight. I think that was just not a Max Holloway that tried to fight at 155 pounds, that was a Max Holloway that just didn't cut 10 pounds that he usually does. He was a doughier version of himself. I don't think he made a real attempt to fit into that weight class, and I hope if this goes sideways for him against Calvin Kattar, we'll see. Calvin Kattar, guy's been on a roll lately. Hasn't lost since Zabit, and that was November of 2019. It's beaten some killers, man. Jeremy Stevens, Dan Ige. So this is a good fight. I'm looking forward to it. Now, just remember, we've got 2 events here before we get to Conor Dustin. And it's kind of like a tease, if you will. But let's take a look. And I'm not going to just go over some main events. I'm going to go over some other fights as well that interest me. UFC Fight Night, Michael Chiesa, Neil Magny. That is coming on the Wednesday. So the 20th. That is the Wednesday before the Saturday the Conor Dustin fight is on. So Chiesa, man, not fought in a while. I'm trying to think here without looking it up who he fought last, and it's not coming to me. RDA. Gosh, it's been a while since January 2020, so almost a year. Wow, RDA, man, and he handled him well. I mean, he just wrestled him to death before he got a win over Diego Sanchez, and Diego wore him out. You know, that wasn't such an easy fight for Chiesa as many thought it would be. And then Carlos kind of hasn't lost since Pettis at lightweight, and that's back in 2018. So, you know, not the most active streak here once a year, each year at welterweight. So hopefully 2021 will be the year that we see Mike Chiesa fight some more. Magny, though. You know, I think Magny's about the only one that actually called out Khamzat Chimaev before Leon Edwards said, let's fight. But all of a sudden he's on a little quiet streak here, a little quiet win streak. Hasn't lost since 2018 against Santiago Ponzinibbio. 3 in a row. Xingliang Li, Anthony Rocco Martin, Robbie Lawler. So, and I forgot that was a decision. So go figure. Go figure there. Okay. Now we're looking at the main event here, and I want to talk about 3 of these fights. And by the way, somebody put a Hooker versus Chandler fight promo, except for it was Dan Hooker standing next to Chandler from Friends, and I guess the caption was, could you be any more excited? Come on, Friends fans. Somebody out there's got to get that somewhere. So Poirier taking on McGregor. Let's talk about Hooker Chandler first. I don't know that I'm on the Hooker. I'm sorry. I don't know that I'm on the Michael Chandler hype train as much as most. Let's take a look at Hooker. Just lost to Gaethje, I believe, and that was a war. Yeah, it was. Oh, I'm sorry. Poirier, not Gaethje. What am I thinking? Sorry. Poirier, and that was a war, rather. Before that, 3 straight wins. Felder, Ali, Quinta Vic. Hasn't lost before that since Barboza back in 2018. Barboza's down at featherweight somehow. I don't know. And then Chandler. Michael Chandler Bong. Mike Chandler, man, listen, I love him. He's a, Mizzou alum, University of Missouri. Beat Benson Henderson, Sidney Outlaw, whoever that is back in Bellator. Lost to Patricio Pitbull. I think that was the 45-pounder. Just a real back and forth kind of thing. But, he lost to Brett Primus, and he came back and beat Brett Primus. So he's beaten Benson Henderson twice now. So I get confused which Pitbull is which. I think this was the one that is now the champ that he lost to. Yeah. I'm looking. Yes. So, okay. Featherweight, yeah. So he lost to the brother. He lost to the natural lightweight as well as the featherweight lightweight. So that's a good question, man. And when it gets down to fight time, I'm going to pick that a little closer here. And now let's look at Poirier, Conor. Both, no, I take that back. Poirier's coming off a win here. I would like to see the winner of this fight Charles Oliveira for the title, but now it looks like Oliveira's getting Gaethje. I don't know how much sense that makes, and I don't know that Gaethje does any better against him than he did against Khabib, but we'll see. We'll see. So Poirier on a tear, lost to Khabib. Hasn't lost before that since Michael Johnson. Golly, back in 2016. That's kind of crazy. Khabib seems to like Dustin for some reason. Like you get past Dustin, you could get to me, even though Khabib's not coming back. Conor, on the other hand, coming off a loss against Khabib. Came back. No, he's not. He's coming off a win against Cerrone before I even looked that up. A loss. And then, so I guess both guys are coming off wins, but that Cerrone win was weird. Donald didn't necessarily show up to scrap. This will be an interesting fight. I don't know which Conor's going to show up. They keep showing these pictures of him, all yoked up, training and whatnot, but I don't see that he looks any different than he has. Honest. But everyone likes to believe, Conor's coming back and stronger than ever. Everyone wants to believe Conor's the GOAT. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. After this, we have a fight night, Overeem versus Volkov, but we got a very interesting fight at 135 pounds. Man, Cory Sandhagen just swarmed Marlon Moraes, man. What a good fight. I did not see that coming. Before that, he got swarmed by Aljamain Sterling to earn Sterling the shot against Petr Yan, and that fight's coming up as well. Edgar, I don't know, that I believe he's elite at 135 pounds yet. That was his first weight cut, his first win, rather, even against Pedro Munoz. Split decision. I don't know how a lot of people felt about that. I thought it was pretty close. Sorry, I had to take a little. It's happy hour, kids. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's not 5 o'clock here. It's in the 4s. It's close. Yeah, so good question, man. I don't know. I want to see how he does. He clearly does not belong at 145 pounds anymore. I think Sandhagen's a great test for him. Why not? Why not put him up there in the top 3 if he can get past Sandhagen? And it's kind of a risky fight for Sandhagen too. Because Frankie, I don't see he's the tops of the tops. Sandhagen's probably 1, 2, 3, or 4. I'm sorry, he's 3 or 4 probably in line for that title. So it's a bit of risk in this. And if Frankie really impresses, or even if Cory impresses, this could be the title fight right here, or maybe we get someone going against T.J. Dillashaw, but T.J. Dillashaw may or may not be booked. Excuse me, against Jose Aldo. So we'll see. Very interesting here. All right. And then in the main event, we got Overeem Volkov. And I want to say that these two have fought before, but I guess they have not. So very interesting here. Alistair just beat Augusto Sakai. I liked that fight a lot. He was super patient. Let Sakai wear himself out and then before that he kind of flattened out Walt Harris. Oh, I got a thumbs up here from the Chunky Monkey. Thank you, buddy. Thanks for listening. Haven't heard from you in a while. Did lose that last second to Jairzinho Rosenstreich. So I guess I'm getting him confused with Alexei Olenek. Okay. So I guess they have not fought. Volkov and Verdun has not fought. So Volkov is one of those guys, he's a heavyweight, but he just looks like a skinny dude. And I know he's way bigger than me. I get it. But let's not forget he just lost to Curtis Blaydes, in a heavy grappling fight. And Overeem can grapple. Don't be fooled. So he's right there, but he's not beating the top guys, I'm talking about Volkov, of course. because he did beat Walt Harris, lost to Curtis Blaydes. Like I said, beat Greg Hardy, not the top guy. Lost that last 11 seconds to Derrick Lewis when Derrick basically, he possummed him. He played possum and smacked him good. Did beat Werdum, due to punches. I thought that was kind of strange. He did that. Yeah, I can go back and forth here. I'm not going to make a pick, but I would say for sure Overeem has the top ranked opponents. So this fight, man, I'm looking forward to this UFC 258. I think almost more than UFC 257, but Usman Burns in the undercard is sick. Okay, the undercard or the main card rather is sick. You got Usman Burns, Weidman Hall, Kelvin Gastelum, Ian Heinisch. And don't sleep on Ian, kids. And even, further, I'm not going to talk about it, but Pedro Munoz and Jimmy Rivera. Dude. Right? Let's talk about Gastelum Heinisch first. Heinisch, one door opens, one door closes, another one opens. Heinisch was, of course, supposed to go up against Jack Herman. No, it doesn't say which one. Huh. Hang on here. No, okay, I'm looking at the wrong guy. Heinisch. Let's take a look at him first. Yeah, Brendan Allen, canceled. Did beat Joe Morshart. So, and then he gets the fight with Kelvin, okay? So let's I keep getting these political messages. What'd y'all think about that what a day. What a day it was a couple of days ago, the riots and whatnot. Unbelievable. All right, so looking at Heinisch first, he's not really beating a top guy. Antonio Carlos Jr. is the closest. He loses a unanimous decision to Derek Brunson, loses a decision to Omari Akhmedov, did beat GM3 with an overhand right. Boom, Joe Mearshart. So it's very interesting, man. And then you got Gastelum. He got caught so quick with against Jack Hermanson that heel hook. But let's be real here. He's lost 3 in a row. The top guys, a split decision against Darren Till. Israel, gosh, that came down to that 5th round about who wanted it more. Very interesting fight. What an upside, though, for Ian Heinisch. If he wins this fight, what a way to catapult himself into real contention and into a real career as well. So I'll be looking forward to watching that. And then a fight, gosh, these guys have fought before. Chris Weidman, Uriah Hall. Gosh, when was the last time they fought? I'm going to try to look it up here because both men have fought a lot in between. Yeah, 10 years ago, September 2010. He got Weidman beat Uriah Hall by punches in round 1. Amazing. What a career since then. Go all the way to where he gets in the UFC in 2011 and then just beats the brakes off of everyone. Alessio Sakara, Damian Maia, he took that fight on short notice. I do remember that. Mark Munoz, Anderson Silva, twice. That's where he won the title. Golly. Lyoto Machida, Vitor Belfort, then loses the title against Luke Rockhold. Loses against Yoel Romero. Loses against Gregor Masasi, that controversial knee to the ground almost or wasn't. Beats Kelvin Gastelum. Let's not forget Kelvin about knocked him out. Lost to Souza. Comes up to 205 for a minute against Reyes. Got that wins over Omari Akhmedov. Let's take a look now. Uriah. Primetime Hall. Did beat Anderson Silva. It was not the most eventful fight I've ever seen. Oh, just a reminder, if you are here feel free to help join the fun here and help me pick a fight. Help me pick some fights. Help me talk about some fights. I can't talk today. And if you're on YouTube, hit the old subscribe button for me if you don't mind. All right, enough of that. Back to Uriah Hall, beats Antonio Carlos Jr., Bevon Lewis, loses to Paulo Costa. I forgot they fought, but yeah, he got knocked out round 2 back in 2018, so it's been a minute. Beats Jocko, lost in a rematch against Masasi, loses Derrick Brunson. So, man, this is, I don't know what the upside is for these guys to fight, except for Weidman's got that name, and anything impressive with Weidman gives new blood to the champ, considering he's going to stay at 185 pounds. I'm talking, of course, about Israel Adesanya, who has a fight coming up, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. Very exciting as well. What do y'all think about my old school tap-out shirt? You audio guys obviously can't see it, but look at that. It's prime condition. Okay. The title. I haven't even gotten to the title match yet. Usman. Kamaru Usman, Gilbert Burns, man. These men have trained together. A lot of people think Burns has the little bit of a secret advantage here. So this fight was already scheduled once. It's hard to believe that Usman hasn't fought since July. So that'll be 6 months. That's crazy. Did beat George Masvidal. Masvidal took that on short notice. Nothing but wins for the champ. Colby Covington, Tyron Woodley, RDA. That'd be Rafael dos Anjos. Damian Maia. Wow. Very, very, very interesting stuff here. Who knows how much longer I'll be on Twitter, by the way. Everyone's getting kicked off lately. I don't make a bunch of conservative tweets or anything, but I'm associated with a lot of people, so we'll see if I can still continue to broadcast here. I know Periscope's going away too, so I'll have to figure that out at some point as well. Let's take a look at Burns, though. Let's not forget he was a lightweight not too long ago, but he's got 2 very impressive wins as well. Tyron Woodley, Damian Maia hasn't lost since, gosh, I guess it's been a long time. Yeah, Dan Hooker way back when in 2018. He likes to take a lot of grappling bouts in the meantime. He did fight the Canadian gangster, Albin Mercier. I think that was also at lightweight before he did move up. So, yeah. So a lot of wins, man. But a lot of grappling bouts, too, so it gets kind of lost here. But, yeah, I mean, the champ's the champ. We'll see what happens, man. This has been a hell of a couple of years here. I guess it's now 2021. I can't say it's been a hell of a 2020, but we'll see what's up. So then after this, we get a fight night. February 20th. Blaydes versus Lewis. I don't know what to say about this fight. I said it the first time I picked it before it got canceled. I don't know who beats Blaydes that's not Francis Ngannou or even Stipe. And that's not a knock on Derrick Lewis. That's just how good Blaydes is. And then you got Ngannou that just has his number and knocks him out every time. But you never know about Derrick Lewis. So we'll see that. We'll see. Then we got a fight night coming up after that. I believe the week after, the 27th. Dominick Reyes against Jiri. I had it in my head. Uriah Prochazka. I said it earlier. Gosh darn it. Unbelievable. I keep getting news coming. This is so crazy. Okay, so let's take a look at Dominick Reyes. Lost to John Jones, lost to Jan Blachowicz, got knocked out. Stopped by Jan Blachowicz. A lot of people think he beat John Jones, but that's not the way it is going to go down in history. Wins against Chris Weidman when he came up, Volkan Oezdemir, OSP, nothing but wins. Then Jiri. This is a risky fight for Reyes, honestly. He was right there, probably at number 3. But Jiri beats Volkan Oezdemir, CB Dalloway, Fabio Maldonado. Yeah, just not forget, he was at Ryzen, not too long ago. And then he just came over and just had that impressive win against Volkan Oezdemir. So, very interesting, this matchup. It's a lot of risk here for Reyes, good on him. So then we got UFC 259 in March. And I will point out that these fights are all scheduled to change. I mean, I've had a lot come and go since the 2 days prepping for this. I don't know how I feel about this one yet. Blachowicz and Adesanya, Jan Blachowicz. I don't know, Adesanya's just not going to cut weight. It might be the same deal with, like what was for a Holloway going against Poirier, unless he's just super good. Anderson was that good for a while where, he just kind of missed it in his prime coming up and taking guys on when he really could have done some damage at 205 pounds, And I kind of feel that way about Adesanya. But let's talk about some of the undercard fights on this. Dominick Cruz and Casey Kenney. Dominick, kudos to him, man. He ain't gonna turn something like that down. His last 2 fights haven't gone his way, but 2016 comes back 4 years later, 3.5 years rather, loses to Henry Cejudo for the title. Before that, on a tear. Casey Kenney, don't know as much about him. I just know he's tough, and he's got 3 wins in a row. Hasn't lost since Marab. You got to think there's a difference in level of competition here between Casey Kenney and Dominick Cruz. We'll see, is this going to be a tune-up fight, or is Casey Kenney going to take this like it is as the opportunity of a lifetime? I don't know. It's going to be very, very interesting to see. So the undercard here still, the co-main event, Amanda Nunes finally taking on Megan Anderson. I don't know what to think of this fight either. There's just nobody at 145 pounds, really, for her to take on that's not Cyborg, and Cyborg, of course, is in Bellator. Amanda kind of had mercy, I think, on Felicity Spencer. She could have just put her away. That was 145 pounds. She came back to 135 pounds, beats Jermaine Durandame. Head kicks Holly Holm at 135 pounds. I don't know who beats her. Megan Anderson, I think she got submitted by Felicia. Yeah, just wins against Norma Dumont. Zayara Fearon. Yeah, she did get rear naked chokes against Felicia. Cut Kat Zingano's eye with her toe. I guess they don't check toenails like they used to. I don't know. It's going to be very interesting. Very interesting. Next up, for the championship here, at 135 pounds. So this is going to be a lot of titles on the line, man. I don't know if I like that when they stack them all up in one event like that. And then you got like McGregor Poirier coming up, but there's no title on the line. And let's be honest, guys. There's not going to be a title on the line until everything with Khabib gets sorted. So interesting. Jan Blachowicz. I'm sorry. Piotr Jan Aljamain Sterling. Both guys on a tear. There's not much to say except for Piotr. Really, besides Jose Aldo, man, he's not fought the top guys, and you got Aljamain fighting everybody. So this is going to be interesting to see here. Unless Piotr's just a total killer. I'm not making a total early pick yet, but I am leaning toward Aljo. I mean, Cody Stamen, Corey Sandhagen, Pedro Munoz, Jimmy Rivera. The one that's going to haunt him is Marlon Moraes, but I think they do that one over again. I think Aljo wins. Now, back to what I was saying about Israel and Jan Blachowicz. I think it's too soon for Israel. I don't think he's going to have enough time to properly gain the weight unless he's so quick, so powerful. But this is what everyone thought about Weidman, too, coming up. And look at how Weidman looked against Blachowicz. He looked small. Okay, Izzy doesn't cut weight. He's going to look way small. You know what I'm saying? Weidman still had to cut a few pounds to get down to 205. Izzy might be walking in there at 197. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Oh. 1 week later, the 20th, Derek Brunson versus Kevin Holland. Ha 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 ha. I'm excited for this. I would have liked to see like a Holland Chimaev, but Chimaev's going to fight at 170 pounds next against Leon. I don't know when that fight is. I don't think this is in my. It's not in my deck today. Very interesting, man. Derek Brunson, 21-7. Kevin Holland. When's the last time Kevin lost? Yeah, he's 21-5 at least, so he has lost. I just don't think very recently. Yeah, he hasn't lost since Brendan Allen, 2018. Interesting. You know, this is a test. I can't really tell you that besides Jacare that he's taken the tops of the middleweight division, and he's putting on pounds to stay a middleweight. He was at welterweight, don't forget. Brunson gets those opportunities and doesn't capitalize, you know. He did capitalize, though, against Edmund Shabazian, who was thought to be the next coming. Ian Heinisch, Elias Theodoro, but then, you know, he loses to, like, Israel, loses to Jacare, loses to Anderson Silva, maybe not. Did beat Judo Dan Kelly. I did forget he knocked out Lyoto Machida. So I might be selling Brunson a little close. This will be good. This is a good measure to see where both these guys are. Then a week later on the 27th. Woo! And these cards are getting a little cloudy. I don't know that this is the main event. We got Johnny Walker, Jimmy Crute. Excuse me. Another measuring stick, man. Another measuring stick. I'm not real sold on Johnny Walker, I'm going to be honest with you. I know he did just beat Ryan Spann. Before that, losing to Nikita Krylov and Corey Anderson. Does have a win over Misha Serkinov, which is pretty cool. Jimmy Crute, you know, I tend to favor him just a little bit more, but he doesn't have quite the strength of schedule, I don't think. You got to take that back. He does have wins against Sam Alvey and Paul Craig. He lost to Misha Serkinov. Michel Oleksiuk, I can't pronounce his name, Modestus Bukauskas. He fights a lot of people that's names is hard to pronounce, you know. Yeah, it'll be interesting. It's another good measuring stick fight. And then finally, last fight I'm going to talk about today, since there's not a Leon Edwards Chimaev announcement that I know of, Nina Antonov and Mackenzie Dern. You know, I don't think that Nina's been at 125 pounds. I know she was 135 pounds, so this is interesting. You know, this will be at 115? Hang on there. Yeah, strawweight. Oh, she is a strawweight. Sorry, Nina. But she just had a baby, too, so I don't know how that works. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Okay, Nina. Okay. All right, it's a little letter Kenny, guys. Sorry. So Nina Antonov, very interesting here. Did lose to Tatiana Suarez. Has wins over Claudia Gadelia, Rand Marcos, Angela Hill, Jojo Lieberger. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I guess I'm selling her short. I don't know why I thought she was worse. But she hasn't fought since June of 2019, so very interesting here. And I hope I'm not getting her confused, but I'm pretty sure I got her right here. Huh. And then Mackenzie Dern. You know, no problem making the weight anymore. She's training with Jason Perillo now. Shoring up that boxing. It's going to be a good fight. Another measuring stick fight. You know, the last time Mackenzie fought someone, you know, very, very threatening, that was Amanda Ribas. And we saw what Amanda did. I mean, Amanda's that good. I think if they fought again right now, it'd be the same thing. So, you know, Amanda Ribas, someone to watch out for. Yeah. All right, well, that's it. Thanks again to our Manscaped.com for sponsoring. You can go to Manscaped.com, MMAFP, for 20% off. And, you know, lots of sponsors on my website, AaronSaysWhat.com. You can click on the MMA Fight Picks tab, and I totally, the whole time, forgot to put my website on there. How about that? Live and learn. AaronSaysWhat.com. Click on the MMA Fight Picks tab. Gives you the links to Manscaped, gives you the links to Hero Soap Company, and so much more. Thanks to the couple participants today. If for some reason I got comments coming through I didn't read, I apologize. Next week we're back to picking. We'll see. We'll see you next week. So shalom.
Please remember to support the podcast by visiting the affiliate links on AaronSaysWhat.com.